Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing fine. Thank you for clicking on today's video, and today I'm going to review the book The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, and I've also made a reading vlog of this book, so you can also check that out after watching this video. I'll give link in the description. The book starts with, this is the first line of the book, and it is 19 years before she decided to die. So the starting of the book is dark, as you can see from the first line. The starting of the book can be very triggering to some people who are going through those thoughts about ending their life. So be careful about that and don't read if it's affecting you. But if you have regrets and feeling lost in your life, then you should give this book a try. Non-fiction self-help book, they just gives you facts, but literary fiction makes you feel those things and emotions, which is more impactful. This book is quite popular and there's also hype about this book. This book has won Goodreads Literary Fiction 2020 awards. It is also a New York bestseller, and RM of BTS has also read this book, so I was like, let's give this book a try and see what the hype is about. So does this book worth your hype? We'll find out that, and before that I'm going to give you the plot and review of the book without any spoilers. So let's get into the plot of the book. Between life and death, there's a library. Within that library, the self goes on forever. You can choose a book and try a different possible life that you could have lived if you had made different choices. The story follows a girl named Nora Seed who is in her mid-30s. She is in pretty bad conditions. She is depressed, full of regrets, and there is no one around her to look after her, and she feels that no one in the world needs her, so she decided to end her life. In between life and death, she ends up in this midnight library, which is full of books and possibilities. The books open up her different version of her own life. She can choose a book and live that life, which shows her how her life would have been if she had made those choices and chosen this instead of those things. Have you ever felt that your life would have been better if you have made different choices or have done something just slightly differently? If yes, then you should definitely give this book a try. The book teaches that there is no perfect life. There's always going to be something that's going to disappoint you. The book starts with very fast pace, but after that it gets a little bit slow. When you start reading this book, you will know that how this book is going to end, so it is very predictable. But yeah, I really did enjoy this book, even though I knew what's gonna happen at the end. The book has many profound messages that most of the people needs to hear in their life, even though it talks about existential crisis and regrets, but it is written in such a way that most people can read it without getting affected. Starting of the book is triggering, but after that it's normal and most of the people can read it. Before reading this book, after reading just the plot of the book, I thought this is going to be a fantasy book, but it is a fantasy book, but it is more on science fiction side, which is explained through quantum physics and parallel universe. The language is not complex and it is easy to read and also very easy to imagine. The descriptions are very good that it will make you feel that as if you are in that library, like the books, the librarian and all the things. You will feel like, yeah, these things is happening around me. It is very new and unique way to describe this thing. I never thought this concept can be described in this way. It is very different and unique, and I really like the concept of the book. There are so many amazing lines in the book. You can see that on my reading vlog of the book Midnight Library. The lines are very nice and beautifully written. It will make you think on those lines. I was reading those lines twice or thrice to understand them and to absorb them. I've even highlighted and underlined those lines. I've said this in reading vlog that I think that this book is going to be between 4 to 5 stars for me, and it is. I have given this book 4.2 stars out of 5 stars without any doubt. This book would have been 5 star too, but it is not that kind of 5 star. I will go back to reading the lines, but not the whole book. And yes, this book worth the hype, and you can go ahead and try this book, but it depends on you and your current life situations that if you will like this book or not. The book is interesting and very unique, but it is not a book that you will enjoy like a fiction book which has stories. This is a fiction book that tells you what non-fiction books tells, but in a form of story with emotions, which is more impactful. Some can find this as if there's nothing new in this book, it's not interesting, it is predictable and etc etc. But yeah, some people's gonna love it like me. The author has done very good research about regrets, depression, and if you don't know how those people feel, if you have never felt all these things and you want to know why these things is talked about so much and you want to understand it, then also you can read this book and get idea of like what these people think and what goes in their mind. I'm definitely going to read more of Matt Haig's books because I like this kind of literary fiction which are very well researched. I don't know, reading non-fiction books sometimes makes me feel like robot. They are nice, but it's not easy to remember most of it. But those things in a form of stories stays for the longer time with you, because stories are easy to remember rather than facts and definitions. Because you can forget facts and all, but you can't forget the things that made you feel those things. Emotion and feelings are very strong things and not easy to forget. So that's also a reason why people remember stories more rather than facts. So this is also the reason why I like reading literary fiction more than non-fiction books. I have some, not some, just few. If you like the review, then do like, share and subscribe and comment down below so that other people can also see this video on their feed. You can follow me on my Instagram. I'm very much active there. I also have a book blog where I write reviews, so you can also check that out. I'll give link in the description. So see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, read as many as book you want and can, and